Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures here at Boschley's Farm, North Central Arkansas. As you can see, we had a very rainy day yesterday. It rained pretty much all day, and so I took the day off, but we are back at it again this morning, bringing you along, and I'm headed out to take care of the teenagers and the chicks, and let's go see how they are doing. Billie Jean is having a cow in the background. That's okay, she's a cow, so she can have a cow all she wants. Bee is out again today. She was not out yesterday. Chihuahuas don't particularly love rain, so I am sure that these guys are hungry and thirsty this morning, so let's check it out and see if we can't get them anything. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. What's your food? And you mucked up your water. Do that too. Fresh water. So they all seem to be doing good, which is awesome. They're getting used to their new home out there in the tractor, and there hasn't been any, big ruckuses the last couple days, so that's good. Oh, that sun is bright. So now we're moving on to the horses, and I've got to decide whether or not I'm going to put them out. I think we're done dun, 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 with our morning storms. I think they're all pretty much gone. So I think I will go ahead and put the horses out. I just did these volunteer sunflowers. It's where my old compost was. That's funny. All right, let's get these kids out. Hi, baby. Okay, and that doesn't, you guys get to see that in real like short time. That takes a lot longer than it looks like it takes because, like for instance, Gracie got a good brushing this morning, and each horse gets fly sprayed before they go out. I have right here on my table, there's fly spray and a curry, and so I shorten that up a little bit. Sometimes I show the fly spraying part, sometimes I show the taking out part, but today was just the taking out part. Okay, I got distracted. So now we're on to feeding, and today with Billie Jean's breakfast is her dewormer block is also going to go out. So that is her dewormer block, and that is what it looks like. So it will go out too. I'll set it out, and it will stay out for, making a mess. Goodness. It will stay out for, I think it's 3 days. Yeah, 3 days it stays out. And then I'll pick it back up. And I pick up all of my minerals like a week before I'm gonna worm. And I try to worm like on the 1st of every 3rd month. So that would be March, June, September, December. So the week before the 1st of all of those months, I pull minerals, and that entices them to lick on this. And then the block goes in on the 1st of every month, and it stays until about the 3rd. Sometimes I leave it till the 5th, just depending on how much I've seen them lick on it. But anyway, that is that. And the horses usually get wormed around the 1st of the month, but I have to order wormer, so they're not going to get wormed today. That's all the hair that came off of Grace this morning. We are finally getting to where we're getting that winter coat off of her. And if you hear me in the background panting, it's because I am. A, I still very much have my winter wool, you guys. And B, this salt block is heavy. Well, here she comes, Miss America. I'm gonna put this block out first here. Ooh. You guys watch as I attempt to not bust my butt down this hill. Don't be sassy, I'm not in the mood. Look out here. It makes her really mad after a rain because there's water in that tub. And I leave the water because it does a few things. The grain soaks up the water and expands it. It takes her longer to eat it and it makes her feel fuller for longer. Which, as you can see, you guys, she's not lacking for any food out here in this pasture. But she loves her grain. So if I can make that grain last a little bit longer, then I'm gonna do that. But it ticks her off a little bit. That's okay. Oh, good. Eat your wormer. Good girl. So, we need to refill her fly spray because I fly spray her every day that she meets me at the bucket, which is pretty much every day. Even though she has pasture, she's spoiled, and so she usually meets me at the bucket. Or she beats me and then harasses me all the way to the bucket. I already have my fly spray pre-made up, and you can't ever trust with me that what the bottle says is what it is. It was once, but once the bottle's empty, then I alternate by making my own homemade. So this is actually homemade that's in this, and I'll put down in the description my homemade recipe. And if you don't have all of the ingredients, don't freak out. Just use what you have and can afford. But fly spray is full of chemicals and also very expensive. So I kind of try to cut the cost a little bit and cut the chemicals by making my own whenever I can. So I do, however, need to make note that I put her block out today. I keep it in my notes on my phone. I keep a lot of things on my notes in my phone. How many days the animals have been in the pastures, how much feed they're getting, you know, all of that. I kind of keep it in my notes to remind myself of when things happen. You know, when my sheep were lambing, I would put that in there. When I wormed them, all of that. Because this brain can't hold everything, you guys. I know it's a big head, but that does not mean that there's a lot of brain space in there, okay? Okay, now we'll take Grace's out. Because she's on one side and Velvet's on the other, so I'll take hers out. And Grace gets, her bucket gets topped off with this chopped alfalfa that we buy at Tractor Supply. Because Grace doesn't have her very back molars, her grinders, so to speak. She still has her chompers, but she doesn't have her grinders, so she can't grind the hay as well as she used to be able to. So we buy the pre-ground stuff for her, and then we also, I chop up our grass hay that we have here. I chop it up in this barrel right here for her, and she gets that too. Primarily she gets grass hay in the evening. In the morning she gets her alfalfa right now until we hear back from the vet. This is a fairly new feed change for Miss Grace, as per her doctor, and we're waiting for all of her blood results to come back with her numbers before we change anything too drastically. But he told me to go ahead and start implementing this chopped alfalfa into her diet, and then once we get her blood work back, we'll do a full change around with whatever is necessary. We might not have to change much, but we'll see. And here she comes. Ready for breakfast, Grace? Wee! Got me! Dang! Good morning, good morning, good morning! Sheesh! I'm awake. See there? And then I forgot to push play. I just grained Velvet. I tell you what, if I ever had a doubt about how well that fence works, after a good rain, it works pretty stinking good all the way out here. Whew. All right. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna do waters and stalls off camera today, and I'll come back to you when I'm all done, okay? I need a minute to compose myself after shocking the crap out of myself. Okay, it is a little while later, the barn's clean. And I went ahead and started working on getting my chicken coops clean as well, because they needed that, and they need treated with DE and all that. But I went ahead and I got dinners all ready, so that when dinner time comes tonight, I can just feed the dogs. And then I don't really have to worry about many chores until 8 o'clock when I bring the horses in. So it just kind of, if I do everything in the morning while I'm out here in the barn, it just makes my day much more streamlined. And I've gotten all the hay dispersed, except for I need to disperse Gracie's hay, and she's ready for more hay out in her pasture. But I don't have any more chopped hay left, so I thought I would set you guys up and show you my redneck way of making this chopped hay. So this morning I showed you the stuff in the bag, and she does get that in the morning. I'm in the way. There we go. But until we know what she can get, you know, full time. If she can get alfalfa full time, then that's great. We'll do that. But we want to know for sure that she can. We're starting slowly. But we're taking our hay, which the other horses are eating, and I'm putting it in this barrel right here, and I'm chopping it with a weed trimmer. Yes. It's redneck as all get out, you guys, but it works. So I'm gonna do that because I need to get some made up for her dinner and for her lunch snack, so we can move on with what our day holds. Like not all of it got chopped real well, so. Alright, that should be good. Oh yeah, that's way better. So that I don't have to do it, you know, like every feeding. Okay. Bucket is almost full. So now I just go through and pick up all the fines that blew out while I was doing that. If she so decides that she would like to eat. She has snacks. And right now we're just kind of trying to get our feeding program perfect with her. She looks good. The vet said that she looks perfect for a horse that has her ailments, but we don't want her losing any more weight. So we're kind of trying to find what works best for her. And right now I'm keeping, because she pretty much eats low carb, low sugar, it's really hard to keep calories in front of her because most of that stuff is, you know, there's just not a lot of calories in low carb, low sugar. So the more I can keep in front of her, the better off we are. And of course her pasture doesn't have much grass in it because she needs to be low carb, low sugar. For those of you who don't know, Gracie is Cushing, well, as of right now, she's Cushing's and diabetic. The vet thought possibly that we had her sugars under control, but we're awaiting her blood work back. So that's what I mean when she has to be low carb, low sugar. Okay, moving on. Now these guys are T-minus 2 days. So we're 2 days to hatching day. And I have little pips here. And I've seen some movement with some eggs. And I'm hearing beep, beep, beep. So that's exciting, right? It's exciting. So that is my olive egger, Easter egger batch. We've been doing a lot of barred rock batches for meat production. This one is actually strictly for colorful eggs. So I saved all of my colorful eggs and put them in the incubator, and that would have been 19 days ago. So, and because I have a small flock, it took me a while to kind of save up some eggs. So it's not a total surprise that they're hatching early. I'm not alarmed at all. I'm excited. We've got new beep beeps coming. So I'm in the kitchen. I had actually started, it was egg day today. I had told you guys on one of the last videos that I was gonna have to have an egg day. Well, today was that day. I emptied the egg basket and rotated all of the eggs in the basket out to the farm stand. And then I also had an order that I needed to fill for 4 18 packs and 4 12 packs. And then the extras were, that were in the fridge in the shop went to here. And this is now done. So this is shredded zucchini from the garden and eggs, and this is rice with bone broth that we cooked from a neighbor's steer. So I need to get the rice measured out into 1 pound packages and put a pound of it into the crock pot and get that into containers for feeding out to the dogs. Go ahead and label this dog rice. 1 pound, 6/1/24. I always end up just a tiny bit short. Looks like this time it's just 12 ounces instead of 16, so just short of a pound, but that's okay. I'm not that much of a perfectionist when it comes to making my dog food. Some people are. Some people are huge advocates of a very precise, measured out, caloric and nutrient-wise diet for their dogs. And more power to them. That takes a lot more time than I'm willing to give, and my dogs seem to do fine on what they're on. We all can do things differently and still have good outcomes. And those will go in the freezer for future batches. It's funny how they know. So in this batch of dog food, there is about 56 eggs and 1.5 pounds of zucchini and 1 pound of rice that again was cooked in bone broth for those good nutrients. And I did not do any additives this time, as well as I did not, there is no organ meat in this. I try to add organ meat whenever I can, but I don't have any organ meat right now. So I did not add any organ meat. But there you go. That is what it looks like. And that is going to be it for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along with some of my chores and some of the things that I do on maybe not a daily basis, but on a basis. It's just another day on the homestead here for me, and we're thankful to have it, and we're very thankful to bring you along. I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.